how to pace a sub 20 minute 5k at parkrun. First of all, I think it's pretty important that you need to be able to comfortably do a 20-minute 5k yourself. If you've only managed to go sub 20 in recent weeks, probably make sure you can comfortably do a 19 before you pace a 20. Secondly, in the weeks leading up to pacing this 5k, make sure to just do some reps at this goal speed, because it's probably not a speed that you're running too often at if you're comfortable doing it. So just make sure you know what it feels like so you don't go out too hot. Which leads into rule number 3, make sure you go out conservatively. There's nothing worse than someone that's trying to break 20 for the first time and you go out sort of 10 seconds per kilometer quicker than the goal pace. You may be able to come back from that because you're not near your red line, but the poor buggers following you, it could be over before it's even started. I have first-hand experience of this, not from a 5k, but from a marathon, when the 3-hour pacers started going at 2-hour 50 pace in the first 10 kilometers. It's not nice. Click at the top right of the screen to see how that went for me. And that's it really. Nothing more complicated than that. It's time to head out to your local 5k or park run and make some dreams happen. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to pace anyone this week as I've been working weekends. But who have I got to step up and get the job done? You know it, it's D-Mills. D-Mills was following rule number 1 here to make sure you can actually comfortably do a 20-minute, because in recent months, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, to do a 20 minutes, Damo was sounding like he has done recently at the end of his low 18 park runs, but he's managed to get that fitness back and he's ready to pace a nice 20. And he has history of pacing me. He paced me to my first sub-19 park run when he actually managed to take me along to an 18-17 because his pacing was so incredible. So let's head to the park run and see how many people are going to follow D-Mills to glory. And D-Mills is underway, leading his posse of troops to glory. Hopefully. You can see him just checking the watch there, 4:20 per kilometre, just being a bit cautious. GPS is often a little bit dodgy at the start of the race, and it's better to be safe than sorry. He's just letting the sub-19 pacer ease away.
No. My watch taken a while to notice.
I'm not really sure what was said between the guy to the side of Damo here, but it sounded like a little bit of banter going on. But it's time to focus up and crack down on that 4-minute flat pace. And as if by magic, D-Mills cracks right onto it. 360 metres in and Damo's hitting these speeds perfectly. But the first guy behind Damo's decided, actually, I'm feeling miraculously incredible today. The most sublime 360 metres of pacing has sorted me right out. Off I go. Will he regret that decision? At 600 metres, there's some more lack of respect for D-Mills pacing as another gentleman tots through. I do hope we don't see these boys before the end. One kilometre completed, 3 minutes 59. The boy can do no wrong. From analysing the race results, it looks like at this point, D-Mills had about 6 people watching his every move. Some people could buckle under that pressure. Little Timmy's been training for this 5k PB to go sub 20 for 17 years, and it all comes down to how well D-Mills can pace them. But I don't think Timmy needs to worry. He's got a master at work here. Oh no, goodness gracious me. I've just been singing his praises, and he's just put a 3-minute 56 kilometer in. That is very, very naughty from D-Mills. He's going to have to rectify this in the next kilometre, or he's in my bad books. And not just my bad books, he's got the hopes and dreams of about 6 runners behind him. This is exactly what we didn't want to happen. Come on, D-Mills, put it right. Halfway House or Halfway Marshall, and you can see 3 of the sub-20 hopefuls lined up behind Damo. We're pretty sure there was another 3 at this point. They were just so hot on the heels of D-Mills that you couldn't quite see them in this shot. It did look like there was still a lot of D-Mills going below 4 pace at this point, and he really needed to go just above 4 pace because of that naughty second kilometre. Let's see if he can do it. D-Mills redeemed, asking he shall deliver a 4 minutes 3 third kilometre, 12 minutes through 3k, exactly an average speed of 4 minutes per kilometre. He is leading the troops to the promised land. But we're now heading into the hardest kilometre of a 5k, that dreaded 4th k. Not for D-Mills, he just needs to stick to what he's doing, consistent 4-minute flat kilometres, and hope that the pack behind can follow him along. Coming towards the end of the 4th k, and D-Mills has done all he can do for this young chap on the right. Flee, little bird, flee. Show the parkrun gods what you're made of.
Well done, Pacer. Good job.
And that's D-Mills getting some appreciation from one of the 5 people left behind him. Isn't that nice? Parkrun makes the world come together. Skipping forward ever so slightly to the 4th kilometre, it was just below 4 pace, but we're not going to moan too much at D-Mills for that. And another trooper's coming through. He's been paced perfectly for 4 kilometres. He's feeling good. He's feeling ready for a final kilometre surge. One thing to note is that you can see that D-Mills' heart rate is in the mid 180s, but we do think this was a little bit of his watch being dodgy, because if I just play a little bit of sound now, you can definitely hear that his breathing is nowhere near as outrageously disgusting sounding as it has been in recent weeks. He's in control. We've rounded the final corner, 600 metres to go. How many more can Damo drag along to the dream of a sub-20? We've just over 200 metres to go. One person's coming through. Damo's looking behind. There's another one a few seconds behind. He's encouraging them to come along. Come on, you can do it, mate. Yes, go on, mate. Final 100 meters. You've got the job done. Sub 20 hype train. Let's go. It doesn't look like there's anyone else going to come through unless there's a huge surge from someone at the end. And nope, it wasn't to be for anyone else. Just the 3 or 4 people that Damo did manage to get to that sub 20. And this man, Gary, very happy with the pacing there from D-Mills. And 1940, his PB. Brilliant work from both of them. And here we have the finishing times. You've got Gary Burnham-Jones in a 1940 new PB and Graham Woolley who came through at the end. And then the people that missed out, Tony, Charlie and Jed. PBs for Charlie and Jed though, so Damo did manage to get them to a PB. They just couldn't quite hold the pace to get that sub 20. And it looks like Tony, he's done a 17:54 before. Not sure if he's coming back from an injury or anything, or he might have been actually quite far behind and had a sprint finish at the end. But a really, really good job done by Damo there. He was never more than 3 or 4 seconds quicker or slower than the goal pace at any point, and most of the time he was bang on it. Click some of the links that I've just put up to watch some other park runs with D-Mills involved, some of them actually me running, and I'll see you guys soon for another video. Thank you.